After a flurry of debate, the WBA is contemplating a stunning reversal of its ranking decision for Jake Paul. Paul defeated Jesus Cesar Chavez Jr. last Saturday at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, by a unanimous vote. The World Boxing Association, WBA, ranked the American at number 14 following his victory, which paved the way for him to challenge cruiserweight ruler Gilberto "Zurdo" Ramirez for a championship match. With a 12-1 record and 7 knockouts, Paul was quick to criticize heavyweights after the fight, including Badou Jack, Anthony Joshua, Gervonta Davis, and former opponent Tommy Fury, as well as current champion Ramirez, who was interested in a world title match. Furthermore, Butterbean issued a challenge to him. The WBA had said before Paul entered the ring that if he outboxed Chavez, who ended up in a jail cell days after the bout, he would get a ranking. As part of the main event schedule, Ramirez maintained his WBA and WBO titles against Uniel Dorticos, but the 28-year-old shown greater technique throughout the 10-round bout. However, according to the Ring magazine, the WBA will re-evaluate Paul's position in the cruiserweight category at their upcoming European convention in Madrid after receiving a slew of unfavorable comments and disappointment from other listed competitors. The dates of this review are July 15th to 18th. Critics point to Chavez's lack of a cruiserweight ranking and the fact that his last notable victory occurred in the middleweight division in 2012. Paul has yet to defeat a rated fighter, with the exception of his controversial triumph against Mike Tyson. Craig Parker, a fellow countryman with an incredible 20-0 record and 20 knockouts, was slightly ahead of Paul when he entered the rankings. Being moved down a notch in the rankings infuriated the recently ranked number 15 boxer. I got up yesterday morning, and the first thing that came to my news feed was Jake Paul ranked number 14 by the WBA, where I was ranked at number 14 by the WBA, moved me down to number 15, Parker told TMZ Sports. It was just a result of all the effort I had put in over the years. Being rated in the WBA or holding any kind of title and such is difficult, so for him to simply accept a position, that guys like me who have a hard time finding methods to go to the gym, it's a long path to get to where we are, you know? And it was a slap in the face for him to simply be number 14. What am I supposed to say? I found the news to be abhorrent. The validity of Paul's professional record is still up for discussion, despite the fact that he has defeated a previous champion once more. His current record is 10-1, and the most of his wins have come against boxers who have reached the end of their career or retired MMA competitors. On the other side, Fury was the one to vanquish him. Paul hasn't been bashful about his desire to compete for world titles, despite the vitriol directed at his past opponents. WBA and WBO cruiserweight champion Ramirez and WBC champion Jack appear to be his next targets as he sets his sights on champions.